In this video, we will review the distributive property of multiplication and practice how to use it. Harry's taking a mad minute, where you have to do 60 multiplication problems in 1 minute. However, he doesn't remember how to multiply 3 times 9. Quickly, he needs to come up with a plan. He decides to break up the 9 into 5 plus 4. Now he has to multiply 3 times 5 plus 4. You might think, what is the point of that? You just made the problem longer. Well, because he broke up the 9, he could change the problem into one that he could solve. First, he multiplied the 3 by 5, which he remembers is 15. Then he multiplied the 3 by 4, which he knows is 12. He keeps the plus sign in the middle. Now he can just add the 15 to the 12 to get an answer of 27. In general, we know that 3 times 9, or 9 objects repeated 3 times, is 27. Harry got the same answer of 27 using a different method. This method is called the distributive property of multiplication. Formally, the distributive property is the product of a sum of a number that is equal to the sum of the products. At Harry's new job at the farm, his coworker was writing down the produce they picked today. She wrote 5, parentheses, apples plus oranges, close parentheses, on the clipboard. How many oranges did they pick? Yes, they picked 5 oranges because using the distributive property, we know that this 5 is being multiplied by the assumed 1 apple, and then it is also multiplied by the assumed 1 orange for a total of 5 apples and 5 oranges. If Harry's coworker wrote 5A plus O, how many oranges did they pick that day? Exactly, they only picked 1 orange because the parentheses are not there to indicate that the 5 is being multiplied by both the apples and the oranges. Right now, it is only multiplied by the apples, and oranges has an automatic coefficient of 1. How is this useful? When you have math equations this long, this property helps to simplify the problem down to get an answer. We want to solve everything in the parentheses first, but 2x minus 3 and negative 6x minus 10 can't be simplified and shortened any further. Nothing outside can be solved either without getting rid of the parentheses. Therefore, we need to use the distributive property of multiplication. Let's focus on the left side of the equation. Use the distributive property to expand 6 times 2x minus 3. That's right. I'm going to rewrite this distributive problem like this. 6 times 2x plus negative 3. This will help us understand subtraction as another form of addition to keep track of the negative signs. We want to multiply the 6 by the coefficient of the x to get 12x. We keep the addition sign, and then multiply the 6 by the negative 3 to get negative 18. This leaves us with 12x plus negative 18, but we can't forget to rewrite the rest of our problem. Now let's look at the right side. Use the distributive property to simplify negative 5 times negative 6x minus 10. This one's a bit tricky. You have to keep track of the negative in front of the 5. We can rewrite this problem as negative 5 times negative 6x plus negative 10. Negative 5 times negative 6x is positive 30x. A negative times a negative is a positive. We keep the addition sign. Then multiply negative 5 times negative 10 to get positive 50. Our problem now looks like this. The rest is just adding like terms and dividing. What is x?